welcome to the stream. It been a bit. It's been a week, but it's been a week. It's been a week for me. I will say. But hello. I have a sneeze coming on. No, I don't. I lied. I don't have a sneeze coming on anymore. I've been really sneezy today. I don't know why. Extra dirt in the extra dust in the, now my nose is all stuffy. Fuck. I was doing a silly voice, but then it was like really nasally, and I was like, ooh, bleh, bleh. Why is my nose so stuffy now? That's better. Yeah, I don't know if there's just more pollen in the air today. I don't know why.
Nice.
But I've been just sneezing. So that probably won't be the last sneeze you see or hear. Well, you don't see them, you hear them. Anyway, we're playing Star Rail. We're playing Star Rail. Sorry, I need to get like my head back into this. We're playing Star Rail because of course the minute I finish this story, it takes like a week for them to get new stories. So it takes me so fucking long. It takes me an entire update to stream the story, and by the time I'm done and I'm free, I'm back in the fucking building again. So I mean, here we go. And I thought that I was gonna do RM Alley before before I would have to play more story, but that didn't happen. Travelogue. Nope, that's the events. Okay, where missions, there it is. I'm fucking blind. Technically they're not. It's not a prerequisite. And neither is Foxian, Tale of the Haunted. However, I did mean to do them before this. But yeah. If I have extra time like at the end of one of the streams, I'll definitely start on that. I did finish up. I saw that you were playing Yu-Gi-Oh earlier. But yeah, I did finish the event from last time on my own. It was pretty silly. It was pretty silly, pretty funny. But yeah. But yeah, so yeah. Anyway, I'm here because I took a break from farming artifacts, there. So I'm back in the fucking building with this goddamn set again. So yippee, yay me. But now we have more story to get to. Which is fun. There's
It's
also
still
a
early.
new banner.
Where to now?
There's also a new banner. My Stellar Jade count is lower than ever. I didn't get him, by the way. So now I'm pulling for Fei Xiao, and Mosa. So whichever one decides to grace-smooth their presence. But yeah, want to see something tragic? Right, it's the opposite way. I got a fucking light cone. Luca. Asta. Oh yeah, I lost the 50-50. Fuck, I forgot I did that. I forgot that happened. I blocked it out of my memory so fucking hard. Also, this is new, which is pretty neat. I was thinking about pulling for Kafka. However, Foxy and Lady. So, sorry to both Robin and Kafka, who are unfortunately getting skipped once again for the Fox. For Fox people. But yeah, so if I get enough for a pull, I will be doing a pull. I already did my dailies today because honestly, I didn't think I was gonna be streaming because I thought my homework would take me longer. And then it didn't. And then I was like, oh wait, I don't have to wake up early tomorrow. I can stream for longer, so I don't have to start at 8:30. And so, yeah. We'll go for as long as my brain is willing to keep me conscious and understanding of big words. We're up to a grand start.
Seriously? When is this war dance going to start? The Sky Splitter has been hovering there for ages. When can we board and see what's inside?
Is this how long-life species live? Everything proceeds so slowly. The effectiveness of anticipation in my emotional center is at an all-time high. Oh, I need to drink some coolant.
Relax.
Also,
the Realm Keeping Commission will send boarding notices to all ticket holders. The Gazette said the Sky Splitter will fire a salute before the ceremony starts.
I saw the schedule for the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the Ringmaster accepted 4 challenges? And he's just a kid. So, who are you betting on, Bardo?
I'm betting on neither. I lost all my credits betting on Roboball games in Taikian. This time, I've decided not to rely on probability games to accomplish my target of getting rich.
War dance.
It's
Here
me.
you are. I heard you and Mr. Dan Heng went to meet the judges, and then a riot broke out in the shackling prison. I was so worried about you. Thank goodness you both made it out safe.
There was a revolt in the shackling prison. Fortunately, we were protected by the guards until the Cloud Knights arrived to rescue us.
Little mini recap. What happened on your end?
I was planning to take Miss March and Yun Li to Stargazer Navalia to see the Sky Splitter up close, but we stumbled upon a group of suspicious Foxians carrying official identities. They were acting strange, so out of curiosity, we decided to follow them. It turns out they were actually Borisin disguised as Foxians. It seems they infiltrated Stargazer Navalia in order to prepare for Hoolay's escape, and we foiled their plans by pure chance. I wonder who provided them with those disguises, and how many more Borisin have taken advantage of the war dance to infiltrate the ship. Yeah, I heard them too. But I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint them. I've already reported to General Jing Yuan that I'll give up my role as the Ringmaster.
Really?
The security of the Luofu is more important to me than anything else. I need to fulfill my duties as a Cloud Knight Lieutenant before taking on the honor of being a Ringmaster. Those tourists just want to see some good sword fights. Anyone can participate in this kind of tournament. It doesn't have to be me. The real challenge lies beyond the ring on the Sky Splitter. If we don't capture the fugitives soon, Hoolay will wreak havoc. Obviously, there's someone behind the scenes orchestrating this prison break, intending to spread chaos. If we fail to thwart their evil plan, what honor will be left for us to uphold?
Well said.
I forgot she was there.
You may be tiny in stature, but your ambition matches that of the Yao Qing's warriors.
Hey, this has nothing to do with my height.
What brings you here, General?
Yes, I suggested to Yanqing that we find a place to have a decent meal. A hunter must be well fed before the hunt.
You still have a good appetite, even in the face of disaster. You truly are the Merlin's Claw. Please finish the food quickly so we can get to work, General Feixiao.
Well, That's not up to me. Dig in. I called you here so you could enjoy the food.
Me? This isn't the time for a leisurely meal, and this is way too much for me.
Oh. You'd give me time to enjoy a meal, but not yourself? Ever since you encountered those Borison spies, you've been so busy that you've hardly eaten anything. You can't defeat Hoolay on an empty stomach. Take your time. Enjoy the meal and calm yourself.
Hulay's whereabouts are still unknown, and they've even taken Mr. Jiao Cho hostage. The longer we wait, the more complicated the situation becomes.
Jiao Cho always said I'm the most impatient person among the Cloud Knights, and I can't argue with that. So, there's no reason for you to be more anxious than me. I've fought against Borison abominations for years, and I know their ferocity and cunning well. The Borison were clearly well prepared for this prison break, and now they are staying in the shadows. They have no reason to rush out into the open. When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient, biding their time to seize the golden chance for a decisive blow. Once Hoolay loses his patience and reveals himself, that's when we'll strike.
But when will that time come?
Like I said, it's only one meal away.
General Hua Yan, the Skyfaring Commission has finished its preparations.
Yukong!
Do you have any other instructions?
Representing the consensus between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Foresight, I'll step in as the temporary commanding officer of the seat of Divine Foresight and oversee the Six Commission's affairs on the Luofu.
What is the situation at the shackling prison?
Hoolay made a quick escape and even sealed the gates of the prison. As of now, the Cloud Knights have re-established contact with the staff inside. The good news is the two Nameless who were trapped in the shackling prison are safe and sound.
I know I shouldn't use the word great given the current situation, but I'm relieved that he and Don Hung are safe.
We've lost contact with one of the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. The Borison have likely taken him hostage. Don't worry, Yukong. Fei Shao is leading the wolf hunt operation, and you know how capable she is.
I have no doubt about General Fei Shao's capabilities, General Hua Yan. I'm more concerned about the Wardens. According to the plan, the ceremony will begin in 6 hours. The Sky Splitter will be activated, and all visitors will board the ship to watch the contest.
That is not a lot of time. Jesus Christ.
But now, with Hulay's whereabouts unknown, everything is filled with uncertainty.
March is right, Grandpa. I heard the escaped prisoner from the shackling prison is beyond formidable. In case anything goes wrong...
Sorry, I had to sneeze.
So, Yunli, what do you think we should do?
Well... I believe we should declare martial law and allocate manpower to search for the escaped prisoners. And as for the war dance, it's better to announce an indefinite delay for now.
Your plan sounds solid, but unfortunately solid plans rarely get a chance to be implemented. I believe there are at least 2 parties who won't accept your approach. The first are the many travelers who have come all the way here for the war dance. If we declare martial law now, it's like declaring that the Luofu isn't safe. How do you think the outsiders would react? They'd be terrified, and chaos might ensue. The second party is the staff of the Xianzhou Luofu's 6 commissions. They've invested a lot of resources and manpower into organizing the war dance. Suddenly suspending it indefinitely would create numerous challenges for them. But of course, not everyone disagrees with your idea.
Really?
The mastermind behind this incident would fully support your opinion, presumably.
Damn. Not going, but it's okay. Not everyone disagrees with you. The guy behind this all would definitely agree with you.
Hoolay's escape and your discovery of Borison's spies at Stargazer Navalia. Even a child could guess that these events were orchestrated. The fugitive is just one piece in the game. The one controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and suspicion among the people on the Luofu. If we declare martial law and postpone the war dance, we'll fall into their trap and instill fear in people even before Hoolay actually does anything.
So what do we do?
We'll search for the prisoners while maintaining order on the Luofu, acting as if nothing has happened.
As if nothing has happened? Yan Qing said he'd assist the generals, and now he's nowhere to be found. With the host ringmaster gone, how are we supposed to act like nothing has happened?
That's why I called the two of you here.
Master Yun Li, is General Huaiyan asking you to be the ringmaster instead of Yan Qing?
No, that's not the case.
Oh, so it is March.
General Huaiyan, are you asking me to take Yan Qing's place as the ringmaster?
You caught on quickly, Miss March. That's exactly what I mean.
But Miss March is a guest invited by General Jing Yuan, Grandpa. How can an outsider represent the Luofu in the ring? It will make the Xianzhou Luofu a laughingstock.
Dear child, the nameless of the Astral Express are renowned throughout the cosmos. It's an honor to have them participate in the ceremony. Plus, Miss March is a disciple of the little Cloud Knight Lieutenant. How can she be regarded as an outsider?
I like how Huaiyan calls him the little Cloud Knight Lieutenant when Yan Qing is actively like taller than him.
We can't afford to have any problems during the war dance. I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter. Yukong, please explain to them the rest of the arrangements.
Like, I get it, it's more a reference to his age, but ooh. Saying 3 dual hours is the most complicated way to say 6 hours that ever existed. Jesus fucking Christ. It took me like a whole, 10 seconds to figure out what the fuck that meant. 6 hours. But of course they said 3 dual hours. I'm sure there's some reason, probably shackling prison related, why they call it a dual hour. But please. Anyway.
There is no need to apologize. We Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are two sides of the same Xianzhou Luofu, and it is my honor to serve the Ten Lords' commission.
See, if it was entirely like a universally, yeah, on the Luofu, they're called dual hours, and it's twice as long as a normal hour, then that would make sense. But we were just talking in normal hours 2 minutes ago. At least in Trigon, all the money is double dollars, you know?
I've grasped the situation of the prison break. Now tell me more about the current state of the shackling prison.
Borison infiltrated the prison in disguise and released the prisoners, spreading chaos. Among the judges on duty in the 4 divisions, Judge Xueyi from the detention division was killed and is temporarily unavailable. So, I'm taking over her duties and commanding Arumaton spectral envoys and spiritfarers to quickly restore order in the affected areas.
I and the 2 behind me We'll go deeper into the prison to investigate.
General, the situation inside is still chaotic and perilous. Your presence would be...
It's common for Cloud Knight generals to face danger directly. Hoolay has escaped, and the Yaoqing envoy is being held hostage by the Borisin. His fate is unknown. This is a grave matter. Not only did the Merlin's Claw offer no reproach, she decided to go after Hoolay herself to prevent further calamity. I believe the Luofu owes her something in return for her fervent determination. How did the infiltrators learn about the location where Hoolay was held? And how did they time their plan just before the Yaoqing messengers were ready to escort him? Finding the answer to these questions shouldn't be too difficult. What truly matters is if we can gather the clues that lead us to the mastermind behind all of this.
I understand, but I'm afraid it won't be an easy task.
For a long time, this hidden force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the security of the Luofu. Backing down now will only encourage them to further endanger the peace here.
The Ten Lords Commission will support your decision with everything we have, General.
Dan Heng and Ling Sha, I'll need both of you to accompany me on this challenging journey.
Well, it's part of my responsibilities as the Cauldron Master. So, where would you like to start,
There's
General?
something in my eye and it's bothering me
Let's
so bad
start
right now.
with those Borisin disguised as Foxians.
My people have already prepared the evidence.
He gets an eyelash? Hang on, now that I'm not in a conversation, I'm going to really quickly... Oh, her phone case is adorable! Anyway, I'm gonna really quickly run to the bathroom and get this eyelash out. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. By the time I got to the bathroom, it was like gone. Like, I walked to the bathroom. I got to the zoomy up mirror, and there was nothing there, and I couldn't feel it anymore. So, yay. Anyway, hopefully it doesn't come back. Hopefully it's not hiding like under my eyelid or something. Oh yeah, we get to play as Lingsha. I think I said it when we first met her, but her serpentine themes is so cool. Oh, we actually get to play.
Incense ascends, entwined with ethereal clouds.
Very cool. Anyway.
According to Lieutenant Yenqing's report, he stumbled upon a few suspicious Foxians at Stargazer Navalia. After following them, he discovered that they were actually Borisin in disguise. This is one of the bodies.
Looking at him now, it's hard to imagine how he transformed into a Foxian.
My alchemists detected some complex ingredients in his remains, which might explain how these Borson were able to disguise themselves as Foxians. Simply put, Foxians and Borson share a common ancestry. Although they look completely different now, there isn't much genetic difference between them. This medicine allows Borson to temporarily change their shape into that of Foxians.
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine, their true form will soon be revealed?
Indeed. This means that these Borson have a steady supply of the medicine within the Luofu. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Looks like the Alchemy Commission is involved once again. When I was sorting through the prescriptions they used, I came across one called Semblance Reversion Essence. It's designed to help those disciples suppress signs of their Mara-struck forms and maintain their normal appearance. When I compared it to the medicine found in the Borson's body...
They're one and the same, aren't they?
The medicinal properties and ingredients may differ, but the principle remains the same.
Since ancient times, the Borson have always sought to have more powerful bodies, regarding the Foxians as weaklings. Yet, in order to save their warhead, they were willing to disguise themselves as Foxians. Their determination is quite remarkable.
If these infiltrators rely on the medicine to maintain their disguise, then following this lead in our investigation seems prudent. Please follow me.
Hey. Thank you for the follow.
Here we are. According to the judge, this area is not yet under control, so we should proceed cautiously. I've captured the nature of the medicine in my sense. By following the medicinal fumes, we should be able to retrace the steps of the disguised Borson.
Prison guard has collapsed on the ground, her body twisted unnaturally.
Incredible strength. The attacker shattered this warden's bones with a single blow.
Such brute strength is not something an ordinary Borson possesses. This is likely the work of Hoolay.
If I may be so bold to ask, is this Borson truly that formidable?
I have lived a bit longer and engaged in a few more battles than you, Miss Lingshaw. To the Alliance, Borson have always been the most formidable adversaries. And Hoolay is a monster feared even among his own kind. With his strength, Hoolay united numerous Borson packs, forming a grand army of abominations of abundance. They constantly push the Alliance's armies into perilous positions. Over 7 centuries ago, I followed my mentor on a campaign against the abominations. And I personally witnessed the devastation on the battlefield after Hoolay appeared. Even with medicinal pellets that suppress the fear caused by his lupitoxin, countless Cloud Knights succumbed to panic in the face of his murderous aura. They couldn't even raise a hand in resistance. If the former Sword Champion hadn't immobilized Hoolay with her Frostblade, the outcome of that fateful battle could have been very different. By the end of the battle, only a few of us remained. The Crimson Moon cast the sheen of blood on all. Everything I saw was painted dark red.
If that's the case, why wasn't the beast executed instead of being imprisoned? On the Xianzhou Juming, the judges cast those unforgivable and nearly immortal abominations of abundance into the eternal flames of the stars, reducing them to ashes. Their so-called immortality is just a facade. I mean, nothing can truly defy death, can it? I just don't understand why the Luofu kept this tumor for so long, leading to the terrible situation we're facing now. But I guess I understand. The people of the Luofu are known for their kindness. Even when faced with the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission,
where you're wrong.
they couldn't bring
tried
themselves
to
to
kill
cut it out.
Hoolay.
Instead,
They tried.
they exiled the healer, who tried to solve the problem, to the Xianzhou Juming.
I understand if you hold grudges against me, Miss Lingshaw. I take the blame for the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. As for why Hoolay was only in prison, I can shed some light on that too.
I'm just a healer. I'm not familiar with the past. I'd appreciate it if you could enlighten me, General.
All right. Let me tell you more about it as we go.
Yeah, sure. I kind of want to see how she plays.
No dirty tricks, all right?
Tom, show no mercy.
Watch your head.
May the foul stench dissipate quickly. Time to cleanse the filth.
I hit the mark.
What are you waiting to betray my customers? I charge extra.
A foregone conclusion. Conflict is pitiless.
Allow me to purge the root of the pit.
She's kind of definitely a 5-star, right? Oh, I can't look at her. That's a tragedy. Okay, about to do it in party. Yeah. Yes. Alright, I have to... Sorry, Sampo! Bye-bye. I have to have me on the team. Alright.
Did this Cloud Knight also take the medicine?
No. This is a Borisin in disguise. A guard killed him before he could return to his original form.
All these Borisin are dressed in official attire. Besides the Cloud Knight, there were also 2 Borisin disguised as members of the Skyfaring Commission and the Artisanship Commission. Whoever is providing them with official identities must hold the position of power. Let's search elsewhere.
Prisoners on the ground. The joy of regaining freedom and sudden shock. These 2 expressions are frozen on his pale face at the moment of death.
Someone bit open his arteries and drained almost all of his blood while he was still alive. Such a cruel and ruthless act.
Despite being a long-lived species, Borisin are actually more like predatory beasts that must feed on raw blood and flesh. I've heard that Hoolay was deprived of food and water in the shackling prison. It's hard to imagine how he managed to suppress his hunger for over 7 centuries. Will the hostage from the Yaoqing be able to avoid being his meal?
Such is the terrible nature of the abominations of abundance. We subjected him to the Forest of Swords to drain his life force. But in the end, his punishment turned into a test of our patience. Just like you said, Miss Lingshaw. Casting a creature that can't be killed into a star would be a way to permanently get rid of it. But unfortunately...
The Foxians didn't agree to that.
Exactly. The atrocities committed by Hoolay went beyond mere massacres. Throughout numerous wars, we made every effort to eradicate the Borisin. But Hoolay, with his mysterious sorcery, turned countless Foxians into his pawns. And so the Borisin kept returning. The Foxians curse his name day and night, and they even use it to scare children into staying quiet. How could they grant a swift death to such a great sinner? I wonder if you know why Hoolay wasn't taken into custody by the Foxian majority Xianzhou Yaoqing, but instead imprisoned in the Xianzhou Luofu, Miss Lingsha.
As you mentioned, your mentor was an exceptional warrior and was the one who defeated Hoolay, an extraordinary achievement. Therefore, the Marshal placed this feral beast under the jurisdiction of the Xianzhou Luofu as an honor, I assume?
It seems you have a major misunderstanding about this arrangement, Miss Lingsha. Allow me to explain it to you.
The wolf-shaped mech disintegrates into a pile of metal.
Yanqing told me that an IPC ship was attacked by Borisin. Is this what they were transporting on the ship?
Yes. The Artisanship Commission and Alchemy Commission conducted a joint examination and found that the parts of this machine are made from specially refined Borisin biotissue. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild has been researching the biological properties of long-life species, hoping to make medical or combat-related discoveries. However, they haven't dared to cross any lines due to their so-called relationship with the Alliance.
Perhaps to those scholars, Borisin are no different from lab animals. Maybe the Borisin attacked that ship to retaliate against the Intelligentsia Guild for experimenting on them?
No. If it were only about revenge, they could just wreck the ship and destroy all the cargo, instead of allowing it to end up in the shackling prison. It was a deliberate display to showcase the dangerous nature of the cargo in broad daylight. This way, the cargo would end up in the shackling prison, serving as a tool for the prison break.
This skill in exploiting the blind spots of others' mindsets is so atypical of them. I'm afraid the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild unknowingly became their accomplices.
Something seems to be hiding in the pile of metal on the ground, ready to move.
Watch out! This thing is still alive!
Bite, 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 bite.
Can you regenerate even after suffering such severe attacks?
Their imitation of long-life species has crossed the line. The truth burns clear as a flame. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Abnormal.
Here, this thunder!
Let's go.
Show no mercy.
Damage sustained.
Rules are made to be broken.
Attack mode.
No dirty tricks, alright?
If it can still move, it means it wasn't damaged enough.
Bust.
Let's make sure it never moves again.
Immerse yourself in it. Yeah.
There's no time to conflict. It's pitiless.
Let's make it quick.
Lacerate.
Just a scratch.
All in. May the foul stench dissipate quickly. Time to cleanse the filth.
Attack mode.
I have no idea if her AoE does more damage than her single target.
Detecting damage.
I think it does.
Data
And it does more.
abnormal.
Here, this thunder.
Let's go.
Because like it could be like the Trailblazers AoE, which does more damage.
The truth burns clear as if
Or it
everything
could
in
be
this
like
world
Pingüin's, which
is
does more
bleeding.
damage.
Allow me to purge the root of the problem. Be of pure
But I
body
have
and
extra
mind.
skill slots.
Is that it?
All in. The dice have bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Follow my charge.
A giant machine goes silent again, like a wounded beast drained of blood. It can no longer move.
You haven't answered my question about why Hoolay was imprisoned in the Luofu instead of the Yaoqing, General. You've been reserved in your response. Could it be that such an arrangement wasn't an honor?
The reason why the Marshal didn't leave Hoolay on the Yaoqing lies in the very mech in front of us.
Are you suggesting that there are people trying to understand Hoolay's secrets and use them for their own purposes? Just like with this mech? Well, I understand. I've heard that the Foxians on the Yaoqing share a bloodline with the Borson. And just like the Borson, some of the Foxians there experience an uncontrollable insanity called moon rage. The Marshal believed that this would be inhumane and no different from what the Borson did, so...
Exactly. While Borison see moon rage as a blessing that unlocks their true potential, Foxians see it as an inevitable curse within their bloodline. Countless healers of the Yaoqing have attempted to unravel this mystery, but to no avail. Why can Borison control the power of moon rage? Can we Foxians break free from this curse? These questions were asked frequently. Each questioner had good intentions. But the road to catastrophe is paved with good intentions. To the Foxians of the Yaoqing, Hoolay was not only the warhead of the Borison, but also a monster that could be the subject of much research. Hoolay thus became a poison that corrupted people's minds without their knowing.
That's why the Marshal decided to imprison Hoolay and the Luofu. It wasn't an honor, but rather a warning.
Because such selfish pursuits in the name of good intentions once led to a tragedy on the Luofu that served as a warning to future generations.
This edition of Imbibitor Lunae. By imprisoning Hoolay and the Xianzhou Luofu, the Marshal both suppressed the dangerous intentions of the Yaoqing Foxians and warned the Xianzhou Luofu to refrain from repeating its mistake.
That was a necessary trade-off. The Xianzhou Alliance is not solely about the Xianzhou natives. Only when all three races, Foxian, Vidyadhara, and Xianzhou natives, form an alliance, will there be a promising future for all.
Thank you for enlightening me. Was it for the same reason that you traded off my mentor to the Xianzhou Zhuming, only to stand idle and allow the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus?
You said that I couldn't bear to cut out the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, but instead exiled the healer who tried to solve the problem to the Xianzhou Zhuming. But did your mentor tell you her good intentions led her to perform certain healing arts on Dan Heng, who had just finished his hatching rebirth, so that he would regain the memories of his past life?
What did you just say?
Bro is dropping bombshell after bombshell.
She believed that restoring the High Elder's knowledge of his past life would allow the Vidyadhara to resume their duty as the guardians of the Ambrosial Arbor, quelling the strife within their clan and bringing everything back on the right path. But just as I mentioned earlier, the road to catastrophe is always paved with good intentions. Since then, the 6 charioteers decided that the Alchemy Commission would no longer have a cauldron master. Until your arrival now.
If that's the case, I should thank you for protecting my mentor by exiling her, General.
No, because, like, it's like Lingshaw has been throwing shade at Jing Yuan this entire time. And he goes, well, no. Doing that, I did that to protect her, actually. Because she was doing this thing. And just, like, flipping Lingshaw's perspective completely upside down while also dropping a bombshell on Dan Heng, who's like, wait, huh? When did this happen? Like, bro said it so casually, too. Like...
Quite the contrary. I
am also one who's very fond of Lingsha's like casual shade throwing. Like, she is so passive aggressive to everyone.
Thanking me.
All I ever want is to have a clear conscience. However, can long-life species truly achieve that goal in their long-drawn lives?
I love her though. It's
For
very
example,
refreshing.
You were implicated along with your mentor and forced to leave your homeland without knowing the truth.
Jing Yuan will just fucking take it. He doesn't care.
And now, with the complicated situation in the Alchemy Commission, the Alliance has spared me a lot of trouble by sending you to handle this challenging task. Shouldn't I be thanking you instead?
Your eloquence is indeed impressive, the divine foresight. You won't even leave me any excuses to hold a grudge against you. But, let me make it clear. The Alliance sent me here to handle the business impartially, not to choose sides.
It doesn't matter which side you choose, Miss Lingshaw. At the end of the day, both you and I stand on the side of the Alliance, don't we? Let's keep going.
Like, she's so passive aggressive, and Jing Yuan's just like soft spoken, kind, relaxed. Like like it's the perfect like combative way of like conversation of like he is not worried about a single fucking thing. Yeah, no, it's a lovely. I love the way they interact. It very much also shows to like their ages. I'm unable to see because I can't actually look at her detail. Can I see in here? No. You would have to find it somewhere else because I can't actually look at it. But it also shows definitely their gap in age and experience of she's young, more impulsive, and a lot more like quick to grudges, whereas Jing Yuan's like, I've lived a long time. I've lived too long to hold grudges. And just generally wiser, you know? Like, she's smart, but he's just has a lot of experience. Yeah, tad cocky. Whitney Holland. Well, she does a great job. A mess of bodies. A fierce battle must have been fought here.
These Mara-struck soldiers don't appear to be escaped prisoners.
How can you tell?
These soldiers are fully armed. Obviously, they didn't hastily join the battle.
The messenger named Moza did say that there were two groups of attackers. The other attackers, aside from the Borison, could hide their tracks. I believe he was referring to these people.
Hide their tracks?
Exactly. I've engaged with these attackers before, and they used Cloud Hymn magic to hide their presence. Without careful observation, no one can detect them.
You once warned me to be cautious of the Vidyadhara Elder's influence within the Alchemy Commission. Could it be?
What's on your mind, Miss Lingshaw?
Well, it seems that someone provided the attackers with a map of the shackling prison. And considering the Vidyadhara's involvement in the prison's construction, it raises suspicion about their role in this. Additionally, the fact that the Borison need medicine to disguise themselves would suggest that there are still moles within the Alchemy Commission assisting them covertly. Moreover, forging official identities for the undercover Borison would require someone with significant authority. And the presence of assassins capable of using Cloud Hymn magic deepens my suspicion about the Preceptors. But why would the Vidyadhara collude with the Borison and aid in Hoolay's escape?
They aim to spread chaos. They believe that only in chaos can they regain their former power and influence. Since this edition of Imbibe de Lunae, the once proud dragon race has been powerless, watching their influence wane. Being a native of the Luofu, Miss Lingshaw, I believe you understand the implications.
However, I don't think the Preceptors are the true masterminds. If I'm not mistaken, the one behind all this treachery is the Lord Ravager who exploited the weaknesses within the Luofu and instigated the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, ultimately leading to the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. Fentilia.
Please remember, General, that everything I've mentioned is mere speculation. We need concrete evidence for a public trial. If you want to interrogate someone within the Vidyadhara's ranks, you'll need irrefutable proof.
So, what's your plan, Miss Lingshaw?
I'll send an invitation to the Preceptors.
An invitation?
The Preceptors have been inviting me for a personal meeting since my arrival on the Luofu. Now, I'll send them the remains of these Mara-struck soldiers and the route map I found in the prisoner's possession. Then, I'll ask them to meet me at Scale Gorge Waterscape. I'd like to hear their explanations.
Good idea. If I were to take action, it might alert the true mastermind. I trust you to handle this matter, Miss Lingshaw. The internal affairs of the Vidyadhara should remain under their jurisdiction. And don't worry if things don't go smoothly. Once the wolf hunt operation is over, the hidden truths will come to light.
Speaking of the wolf hunt operation, I'm truly worried about the Yaoqing messenger who was taken hostage. Hoolay was starving in the shackling prison for centuries. I don't know if the messenger can survive in that wolf's clutches. May Rainbow's blessing keep him safe.
Yippee!
As I said, I'm a healer. But my art of healing requires the culinary arts to be truly effective. The magic of my cauldron is its ability to make all kinds of medicines into dishes that patients can eat. When simmered and cooked together, any kind of medicinal herb or ingredient becomes a delightful delicacy.
Delicacy.
Fox, man.
But isn't that just one flavor overpowering the others?
Well, you have a point. Let me ask you this. If there's a fussy child who refuses to eat green peppers, what's the best way to make him eat them?
Stuff the kid's mouth with the green peppers and cook him alive in a pot.
Never let this guy be a parent.
You have quite the sense of humor. I've heard that you, Borison, have lost many of your taste buds during the self-modification process, so you can't experience complex flavors. Only the saltiness of blood and flesh truly awakens your appetite.
It's a shame I don't have any green peppers right now. Otherwise, I'd happily stuff them into your mouth and cook you alive in a pot.
I'm just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers and mix them with minced meat to make meatballs. This way, the flavor of the meat overpowers the taste of the peppers. And even a fussy child can enjoy them.
Can I just boil your tongue in this hot pot? I know you're trying to buy time until someone comes to your rescue. You said that Jin Liu recently returned to the Luofu, right? Well, she did come back. But, unfortunately, I also found out that she committed serious crimes and was escorted to another Xianzhou ship. Do you really think you can delay our departure by provoking Lord Hoolay's desire for revenge with your clever little tongue? You see Borison as savages who know nothing about the Xianzhou. But in fact, we know all about your tracking tricks. Like the jade abacus you're carrying, and the side cranes in the sky. The more hope you hold in your heart, the greater your pain will be when death comes. I wonder if you can maintain your composure when I tear your throat open.
Damn, how many words and how many times does it take to get a death threat across?
His composure is only a temporary effect of the medicine. And it will wear off soon, right?
Lord Hoolay.
Oh, you pathetic Foxians. For thousands of years, we were the ones who allowed you to live, and who granted you civilization. But in the end, you chose to betray us for the freedom promised by the Xianzhou people.
Why are his eyebrows, like... I was originally gonna say forks, and then, like, leeks came to mind. Like, why his eyebrows look like that? It's the only thing I'm staring at. I was also like... The character model. That's new. I don't think we have any characters that look like that.
But it's all right. As long as you catch the scent of your masters, you obediently return to us. No matter how far you run away.
I feel monster on myself. I put my controller on my lap and it almost slid off while I was trying to dry off my shirt a little bit. You know, every couple days my hand has to humble me by tilting my drink at like slightly too high or slightly at an angle, causing a bunch of it to just go on me. It's it's impressive how often I do that. You would think after drinking a soda or two out of a can every single day for the majority of my well for at least the past 5 years, I would have gotten good enough at this that I wouldn't spill any. But no. Yeah, no, I should drink out of straws more often. That would definitely reduce the amount of times I spill stuff on me. Anyway. The
Hoolay.
chaos.
Have you ever wondered why it took them 7 centuries to come to your rescue? The Borison's era has long passed. Did they ever tell you these harsh facts before giving you hope for returning home? Lord Hoolay? Now they're being crushed by the Merlin's claw of the Yao Qing. By a Foxian. They're hiding in remote corners of the cosmos, trembling with fear like a wounded beast on its last legs, reaching out desperately for any fake hope of salvation, which in this case is you.
The Merlin's claw of the Yao Qing. A Foxian? Very interesting. Tell me, Moktok, is he speaking the truth?
He isn't lying. That lowly beast was a war slave who ran away from our pack. Cannon fodder, a thief! She stole our power and used her knowledge about us to fight us, using every dirty trick in the book!
And she bested you, Moktok. Fairness is but a pathetic excuse for the dead and defeated. Since our great pack has fallen apart, who told you that I was alive? And who sent you here?
In our darkest hours, it was a prophet of the Master of Immortality, named Mongus, who showed us the way. Her guidance brought us hope.
This prophet, Mongus, what does she want?
The prophet made this proclamation. The Borison have been divided for too long.
Moktok is just staring into like
can unite all the packs,
space,
restoring us to our former glory. That's when we learned that you were still alive. It must have been a manifestation of the Master of Immortality.
Like, it would make sense if he was, you know, looking at Hoolay, but no, bro is just staring off into the distance. Like, he's staring over, like, this direction. Which I guess is assumingly where, Yaocho is. But... I feel like it'd make more sense for him to be looking at Hoolay, the only other guy on screen. And the one he's talking to.
And the prophet told us that the Foxian general of the Yao Qing would take you to her ship during the Luofu's war dance. And that it would be our best chance to infiltrate and free you from your prison. And just as she said, we did it.
That so-called prophet lied to all of you. She just sent you here to die.
But her prophecy has come true. Our warhead is right here, with us!
Once the news about the prison break spreads, the Cloud Knights will close all the ports. You may think you've escaped the prison, but you're just trapped in another cage, known as the Luofu.
Let me kill this unruly, lowly beast, Lord Hoolay! I assure you that our star skiffs will soon arrive. Right now, everyone in the Luofu is distracted by this stupid war dance. So this will be the perfect chance to escape. Once you've returned to your territory, your revenge against the Xianzhou ships will be within reach.
Perfect chance to return to my weak and shattered pack at the mercy of a ridiculous false prophet and become a mere puppet in her clutches. Her plan is full of flaws. The only paths she has prepared for you are escape and death. Listen up. A wolf never allows itself to become prey. From now on, you'll follow my orders. Since you are so confident that the Cloud Knights will close the ports, Jiao Cho, I'm now giving you a chance to go and see it for yourself. Go to the ports, come back, and tell me what you saw.
Wait, what did you just say?
But my lord!
Would an alpha wolf ever listen to a cub mock talk?
No, I've never heard anything like that. I wasn't trying to defy your will. I will always unquestioningly follow your orders.
Just a little pre-hunt entertainment. Don't you want to run away? You will come back. Because Foxians like you always obediently return to their masters.
Alright, well. Alright.
I can't believe he actually let me go. What game is he playing? Perhaps I can try to warn the Cloud Knights. No. Perhaps I can just escape.
Foxian with a cold expression gazes at Jiaocho. There is a sharp pressure to the gaze, carrying as if a warning to the healer that says every clever little thought you bear might lead to severe consequences you will come to regret.
Just as I suspected. He's testing me. The Cloud Knights must have been aware of the situation inside the shackling prison for some time. Will General Fei Xiao personally lead a squad to capture Hoolay? For now, I'll do as he asked.
There is that way.
Huh?
But I don't think I should go that way. Because the dock's definitely that way. Let me see what options I have for help. Yeah, no, I'm particularly suspicious of the Cloud Knights right now. Wait, no, that guy wasn't a Foxian. He's definitely not an imposter. Oh, the Foxians are there.
Square formation. Circular.
Yeah, right? The red text, though. The red text makes me feel like there's going to be, like, actual consequences to certain actions. But I feel like talking to him is probably the safest out of all of them. That one's not near the port at all. That one's a Cloud Knight, and therefore might be one of the Borisin. This guy's the only one that I can guarantee isn't a Borisin because he isn't a Foxian. And could possibly get me help. The only problem is that Foxian right there that was watching me earlier. Fuck it. The Realm Keeping Commission orderly is not accustomed to handling emergencies like this one. Understand, if you thoughtlessly ask him for aid, you will reap severe repercussions regardless if the outcome is a success or failure. Remember, be mindful of your words and actions.
I'm sorry, but the Realm Keeping Commission Chancery is currently closed. All the officers and officials have been reassigned to assist in the war dance.
Oh, yeah, there's one in the background. You can sense someone staring at you from not far away. It's nothing. I'm just
Although
wondering.
we're short-staffed at the moment, if there's anything I can do to help, please feel free to ask me.
Yeah, no, I 1000% cannot talk freely right now.
Stop asking. I'm off duty now. Go bother someone else.
You sniff a familiar scent on the Foxian pilot.
You're not one of us, but I smell a familiar scent on you.
The Warhead sent me here to check on the situation.
No, not at all. Instead, the Skyfaring Commission is clearing routes to prioritize star skiffs heading to the Sky Splitter. This will make our ships more noticeable when we try to escape.
The ports haven't been closed? What is going on? Stalling won't help. It's time to confront Hoolay and see what tricks he's up to.
You're back, Jiao Cho.
You were closely watching me, weren't you? And if I sought help from anyone, your people would kill them. Was that your plan, Hoolay?
Oh, exactly as you said. So, have the Cloud Knights closed the ports?
No.
They don't want to publicize my escape. I understand. It's no surprise, for fear is more deadly than claws and fangs.
Yeah.
Especially during a festive time like the war dance.
I wonder what would have happened if I had asked for help. If this was a game where I could have multiple saves, I would have totally done that. At least once, just to see what it does.
What lurks here is not a group of fugitives, but rather a pack of wolves amidst the flock. My cubs are hungry, ready to feast on flesh and blood, reveling in your fear.
I don't either. I just also really want to know what happens to them.
Your calm facade will soon crumble. I can tear through it and expose your pathetic bones any time. There's no escape from me, Jiao Cho. Of course, you can try your luck and believe that your wits will save you. But remember,
Both him and
you're
Mokok
not
speak
the only
so
hostage
slowly.
in this city. If you try anything funny, innocent people will die because of you. Now, let's talk about the Foxian general you serve. Moktok says she's here for me, which means she'll be hunting me herself. Before the hunt begins,
I wish I could turn him on
I
like
need to
1.5
know
times
my
speed.
opponent. You can refuse and play tough, or you can cooperate and save us both some time, healer.
I wish games in general that were voiced allowed you to change the speed of the talking. Particularly for conversations like this where there isn't like movement going on, you know? Cause it feels like a single sentence takes 5 years.
Good. At least you didn't try to draw attention with a scream. That way no one will die in vain.
Fine. I'll tell you what you want to know about her. But I expect something in return.
What makes you think you're still in a position to negotiate with me?
You can torture me until I talk. Or let's save us both some time. Warhead. Here's the question that's been bothering me. How have you managed to survive and endure centuries of torture? Borison aren't supposed to live that long. Or possess such regenerative abilities.
He's in so much pain.
So, is that why the Shenjiao Yao Qing wanted to take me away?
Yeah, no, his voice actor did a great job.
Oh, to some, I'm a hostage. But to others, I hold the secrets they desire. I still remember. In the early years of my captivity, the Foxians came and went. They extracted my blood and marrow, trying to unravel the mystery of moon rage. They wanted to conquer their fear of the Borison
Forever the
and
best
free
line,
themselves
the
from
best
their
voiced line
bloodline.
in Genshin. Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes. It's something that will always kill me. Oh my god.
Unfortunately, they failed to uncover the secret.
That one too.
So, they resorted to the most brutal punishments they could
I mean,
imagine.
I totally did betray them. It's also so great.
Some seek power to destroy their enemies, while others seek power to become their enemies. Which one are you, Jiao Chou?
Hang on, I'm fixing my hair.
Ah, I see. You're the most pitiful of them all, healer of the Yao Qing. You seek power to share it with others and do good.
I like this little pattern on his coat. I didn't notice that before.
Well, then let me tell you the answer you seek. In our ancient legends, Duran, the ancestor of the Borison, was dissatisfied with his limited lifespan and power, He yearned to dominate the skies and become the master of all the stars. To achieve his goal, he sacrificed the lives of countless Borisin and Foxians, pouring them into the spring bestowed by the Master of Immortality. Through a form of genetic sorcery, the water gave birth to a miracle. The lunar embryo. Duran ascended the birthing bed and obtained what he desired. A heart in the shape of a deep red full moon. He cut open his chest and replaced his original heart with this crimson moon. Laugh all you want, but only I know the truth behind every word. This moon heart beats within the body of every generation of the Borisin warhead. In the ritual that decides the new warhead, the successor cuts open the previous warhead's chest and consumes the divine heart, thus possessing it as their own. Devouring is the true essence of life, allowing us to endure and thrive. It gathers the life essence of all the prey we consume, making us stronger and stronger. I thought all hope was lost after 7 centuries of torment. But now, this heart is beating once again. All right. Now it's your turn to tell me everything about the Merlin's Claw.
Jiao Cho, I found you.
Hey.
I know I'm in no position to question your orders, but if I understand correctly, you already have intelligence about the Borisin?
That's right. My people are busy collecting clues now. What's the situation, Wadza?
I've already said this a million times, but she's so fucking pretty. Like, her eyes. Like, she is like... God, this, I could say this about so many Sero characters, but peak character design. Like, the large ears, the very bright eyes with the very nice, eyeliner. Like, a lot of times red and blue can clash, but the way they did it just works. And like, her eyes are just really fucking pretty in general. The teal on her all over. I mean, yeah, I am. I am a sucker for teal, white, and animal ears. Which the chair I'm currently sitting in is teal and white. It has cat ears on it. But yeah, like, I have 3 boxes. I have 3 boxes to check, and she checks all of them. But yeah, but like, it so works for her character. Like, they're like, they are the brightest thing on her face, and that works for her. Because she's an intimidating, very strong person. Like, she exudes an aura of battle prowess. And so it works for her so fucking well.
completely lost contact with Zhao Cho. I picked up a signal from his Jade Abacus. It won't take long before we locate their whereabouts.
If that's the case, shouldn't we immediately go there and join forces to eliminate the Borisin? Why are we returning to Stargazer Navalia?
Looks like your general has only taught you swordplay, not the art of the hunt. There's an old saying among the Borisin. In the forest, the hunter may easily become the hunted. While we may call ourselves the hunters now, chasing them blindly will only make us become the prey.
Are you joking, General? He's just a wolf who's been in prison for 7 centuries. Even with his accomplices, they're no match for us numerous Luofu Cloud Knights. How could he consider us his prey?
Yanqing, I think you are wildly underestimating his strength. He didn't see the decimation that happened inside. Yeah. Buddy. I am sorry, but Hoolay is on another realm of strength.
Do not underestimate the enemy. Hoolay is not an ordinary Borisin that can be easily killed. The advantage in numbers means nothing when we face that monster.
The Trailblazers just kind of been roped into it and like, yeah, okay.
A vicious beast who hasn't tasted blood and flesh in 7 centuries is now lurking on the streets of the Luofu right before the war dance. This is what makes the situation treacherous and unpredictable.
To him, the lives of ordinary people are just meat, ready to be devoured at any moment.
Exactly. That is why we must succeed in our first strike, or the situation will spiral out of control. You've heard of this military tactic, right? When you surround your enemy, leave one side open for them to escape. A skilled hunter must be well prepared, waiting for the prey at the most advantageous position. What would we do if we were the escapees from the shackling prison? While we can disguise ourselves and blend in with the crowd, we don't plan on staying here for long. In this case, what do we need most now?
A star skiff to get us out of the Luofu. The Borisin we discovered at Stargazer Navalia were actually preparing a vessel for their escape.
We predict their next move, and we take them down. Let's start from where you found those Borisin and corner our prey.
Alrighty.
Your search for your better half.
You don't see me.
This is where we ran into the Borisin last time. It looks the same as usual.
Because I blocked all the relevant news, to make it seem as if nothing had happened. Losing contact with their accomplices preparing the star skiff will surely put them on guard. However, the more well-prepared a plan is, the longer it takes to adjust when it's disrupted. If any Borisin wants to stick to the original plan despite the risks, they'll surely come back to Stargazer Navalia to check the situation.
Are you suggesting that there are Borisin here at Stargazer Navalia right now?
This is an automated area. So don't you think that there are a bit too many people here today? First, look at those 2 Skyfaring Commission staff members. They've been observing us in secret since we arrived here. Then there's a Cloud Knight soldier over there. Perhaps he's here for patrol, but each patrol team must consist of 2 members. And obviously, he is not following the rules. Lastly, there's that craftsman wearing Artisanship Commission clothing. He's unusually focused on checking that device. If you have a target in mind, let's go investigate.
are you? Don't you know that Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now?
Hey, chill out. They're just a few lost tourists.
But Stargazer Navalia is the shipbuilding port of the Cienjo Luofu. If the Skyfaring Commission called for a lockdown, there should be official documents proving it, right?
Official documents? Of course there are. The Cloud Knights are aware that some people have infiltrated this port.
That makes perfect sense. So you're now investigating the Borison?
Yeah, we've received orders from the higher-ups, so we've blocked off this area to prevent any interference with our inspection. Thank you for your understanding.
Hey, you there! Please refrain from wandering around Stargazer Navalia if you're not... Oh, it's you, Lieutenant Yenqing. No, not at all. Actually, I'm here to address a peculiar issue.
A peculiar issue?
Yeah, we've had some unscheduled star skiffs being constructed at this dock in Stargazer Navalia. Could there have been an error in the production planning for the assembly line?
The other two definitely not. This guy's much more relaxed in how he's speaking, not to mention he also recognized Yanqing. And he's openly talking to us about unregistered, unscheduled star skiffs being constructed, and just happily informing us, yeah, no, we're not under lockdown. He's way too relaxed to be suspicious.
This is just weird. I thought all the pending star skiffs from before the war dance had been scheduled already. I'm sorry, but I need to focus on my work right now. If you have any questions, we can discuss them later.
They were much more tense. They also didn't recognize anyone.
Lieutenant Yenqing and General Fei Xiao?
You're aware of the Borison prison break, right?
Yeah, I've received the news, and I'll be on the alert.
Looks like you've been keeping an eye on the Sky Splitter. Have you noticed anything unusual?
No, everything is normal on the ship. Nothing out of the ordinary.
This is not a location for a Cloud Knight on guard duty, is it?
Well, this spot offers a great view. Are you here to keep an eye on the Sky Splitter?
Yes.
You've been observing the Sky Splitter for a while. Have you noticed anything?
Honestly, just watching the ship from here isn't too thrilling. I wish I could go on board and witness Lieutenant Yenqing's contests. Speaking of which, Lieutenant Yenqing, aren't you supposed to be on the Sky Splitter? Is it all right for you to be here instead?
Thank you for your concern, but I have more pressing matters to attend to.
So, it seems that some Borison have returned to Stargazer Navalia in disguise. The answer seems quite obvious.
That's my suspicion as well.
Remember when I mentioned that the Cloud Knights blocked all relevant news to make it seem as if nothing happened? Stargazer Navalia is not under lockdown.
But on the contrary, those staff members use Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown as an excuse to persuade us to leave. This contradicts the Cloud Knights' plans.
Their flimsy disguise has been exposed. Even if they try to hide, there's no way they can escape us.
Why are you still here? As I said, Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now.
No, I never issued such an order.
Who are you?
Perhaps you haven't met me on the battlefield, but I am certain you've heard my name. Now, I'm asking you a question, so answer me. Tell me, how many more of your comrades are here? Where were you planning to meet Hoolay?
This woman, she's the general of the Yaoqing. What are you still waiting for? Attack her!
They're big dum-dums.
Show no mercy.
Rules are made to be broken.
It'll take more than that. Watch your head.
There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless.
Let's make it quick.
Trifling.
All in.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Pulling for Aventurine was the biggest, like,
watch your head.
Win for my account ever.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Like, he's so
It'll take more than
insanely
that.
good.
I hit the mark.
A foregone conclusion.
Yeah, like, I never have to worry about losing health, ever.
Spend freely.
I barely have to use his skill anymore. Like, they were just hard targeting
Talk about this.
my Trailblazer. So, he got hurt, but...
Why don't you kill me?
I had my, to be fair, I had my Preservation Trailblazer built, which was originally my March 7th build. So it was just a really high defense build that was transferring between my shielders. And then I farmed it a bit more for Aventurine because I wanted him to have an insane amount of defense. So it was less of like, oh no, I have to build him now. And more of like, I already have a shielder build.
Because I need answers.
Which was already pretty good. I'm proud of my Aventurine build.
War slave, so you should know us descendants of Duran. You want me to talk? Fine. Try whatever you want. But I assure you, you won't get anything from me. Only fangs and blood.
Yeah, no, I'm working on getting more artifacts, but like the fact that I'm so like picky on my artifacts in like Genshin because I've, you know, had so many artifacts that I can literally just scroll through my fucking gladiators and pick out like enough artifacts to give a good crit rate, crit damage ratio, a good attack percent, and like decent energy recharge. Just immediately pick it up and or like defense, depending on what it was. Like just pick it up and put it on a character to give them a decent build. Like my Kinich does decent damage just at being like level 60, 111 talent, his weapon at level 50. And he's got a 4-piece gladiator because I just threw it on him because I have so many pieces. And so because of that, I'm so particular. I'm like, no, it rolled once into defense number, not defense percent, defense number, which is bullshit. Therefore, this artifact is garbage. And because of that, a lot of my Star Rail characters are very half-built. Like my Firefly. So... yeah. Aventurine's the only one that's like really, really well built because I only focus on one thing. Defense. He's got like a 4% crit rate. But boy, his defense is up there. Yeah, I gotta get more in the habit of using temporary builds. Especially on my Star Rail characters. But yeah, no. For anyone who hasn't seen my Genshin, I have so many Gladiators finale. Like, I have so many because I spent so much time building my Razor. I have just leveled good artifacts. Like, I have leveled good Gladiators Finale artifacts. Like a piece with, like, 8% crit rate and, like, 14% crit damage with, like, a 5% attack percent. Just leveled and unused, like, on a flower. Because I had better ones for everyone else that used gladiators. Like, the only pieces that I don't have really, really good ones lying around are generally, like, specific art goblets. That's the only one. But to be fair, goblets are the bane of everyone's existence, so... I have so many, and I've gotten rid of so many gladiators, but I have so many gladiators.
If I were to do that, I wouldn't be any different from you. I am the arrow that pierces the wolf's heart. I grant you a swift death.
That's exactly what I desire. Wolves that leave the pack are prepared for the fate of never returning home. But sadly, you didn't catch my partner. He will alert them.
Before you close your eyes, you should know that I allowed him to escape. Because he will lead the Cloud Knights to Hoolay's hideout.
Is this how you leave one side open? You let that Borison escape so you could track him?
God, that fucking power play of being like, ha ha, I win because my ally is escaping and will alert our boss to your actions, and we'll know that you're doing this and you won't be able to catch us here. And then her just going, I let him escape. Because then I'll know exactly where your boss is. Like, goes so fucking hard, and then killing him. It is oldest trick in the book, but like, the fact that she told him before she killed him is so good. I love it.
This is the most common hunting tactic used by Borison. I know the methods of these abominations all too well. They always leave an escape route for their prey, allowing them to flee in fear. Then they chase them like it's a game. Borison get great satisfaction from the last struggles of their victims.
Have you witnessed these things firsthand? That guy called you a war slave. What exactly have you experienced?
Well, just a hazy past that I can barely recollect. Long ago, I was one of them.
Interesting. I was wondering how literal he was being with calling her a war slave. Because he 100% could have been just referring to her lineage or herself.
Not all Foxians are lucky enough to be born on a Xianzhou ship. I grew up in one of the worlds where Borison roam, known as the Fallen Territories by the people of the Yaoqing. To the Wolf Masters, Foxians are nothing but property. Cannon fodder used to slow down the Xianzhou attacks on the battlefield.
But you survived. And not only that, you became the general of the Yaoqing. If I get the chance, I'd love to hear stories of your past, General.
Speaking of stories, you've reminded me that now is not the time for them. Wadza, we've sent the warning from Stargazer Navalia. What's the situation on your end?
I've found them. Zhao Cho is trying to stall Hoolay, and he signaled me to not reveal myself.
Trust his judgment and keep watching. We'll be right there.
I believe the warning we sent will stop Hoolay from attacking Stargazer Navalia. What will he do next?
The hunt is not over yet. Stay safe, Zhao Zhou.
Please, save me.
I want to live. Doctor!
Zhao Zhou, find a medical ingenium and give that kid a shot! Hurry!
I see. How is the front line?
The Borisin beast chips have already landed on the Fenghu. It won't be long before this place is overrun as well.
What about General Yueyu? Any news from her? I'm her healer. I should stay by her side at a time like this.
She asked me to tell you that she's not coming back. She must protect the Cloud Pier telescope. General asks you to save that kid. The girl fought desperately just to bring us all back here alive.
Sorry. You could probably hear the little breath in that I took when I realized who this was right here. Yeah, that makes it a little more obvious. Being able to see the whole thing. Yeah. I was like, who is this? Like, it's probably someone important. And then it was like, he's the general's healer. A general who we hadn't really heard about. She says that she's not coming back, but to save this kid, the future general, it's Fei Xiao. It's Fei Xiao. I was also trying to like tell if this was an ear or what this was, hair. And then there's also this earring, which is very familiar. And then that she fought desperately just to bring them all back there. Which, yeah, more proves to show that it's... Oh, definitely Fei Xiao.
I've never seen such a brutal fighting style. Her body... It's like she was split open. Just like...
Oh, her blood pressure is dropping. Do you hear me, Zhao Zhou?
Loud and clear. Get me some tumble dust. We've got to start the operation right now. I will bring her back.
Is that why you're so determined to learn my secrets? Do you hear me, Zhao Zhou?
I do. Loud and clear.
So she saved you all in that great battle on the Xiangzhou Fenghu 3 decades ago. But to your surprise, you discovered her Borisin bloodline while she was at death's door. Moktok told me that she was a war slave who escaped from the Eclipse Pack. Oh, what a twist of fate. Turns out, she's from the same clan as I am.
Now I understand. No wonder she displayed such astounding power, determination, and cruelty in battle. Turns out it's all because of her Borisin bloodline. Mutt. Despicable mutt.
And that's the thing he's been trying to heal this whole time, I figured.
And she used the gift of her bloodline to destroy the Borisin. Moon Rage, a blessing for wolves, and a curse for foxes. For Borisin, to have their bodies torn apart by Moon Rage and transform into a beast, is the ultimate joy. But for you Foxians with poor regenerative abilities, it means certain death. With the burning fury in her heart, that Foxian general will eventually lose her sanity and indulge in endless bloodshed. The scars on her body will not be caused by enemy weapons, but by the immense power she can't withstand. One day, she will be torn apart and die as a monster. And in return for saving her life, you intend to give everything to solve this impossible puzzle.
Hoolay. Do you know the saddest thing about being a healer? All this time, I've devoted my life to bringing back those who sacrificed their lives to monsters like you. I exhausted myself, and my hands trembled. But I believed everything I did was meaningful. But once again, they rushed into battle. And then I heard of their deaths. They died under your claws, in your jaws, amidst the flames of crashing star skiffs, and under the Lux arrow of rainbow. Like a useless idiot, I saved a fish named Life out of the cauldron called Death, only to watch it struggle and dive back into the boiling broth. So I asked myself, why were they so eager to run toward their death after they had recovered from their wounds? Why wouldn't they value their hard-won life? All the doubts left me feeling lost.
I can smell your desperation, all the way down to your bone marrow.
Eventually, I realized that their deaths held value. They placed the weight of their sacrifice on the living, granting us strength. With a coin forged by their deaths, they exchanged something more in return. Everything I'm doing now, following you so closely, is just for one reason: witnessing your death with my own 2 eyes. Even your death has value. It will pave the way for a peaceful war dance and a fully cured Fei Xiao.
The thoughts in your pathetic head are hardly surprising.
Did you already know this?
Yes, I did. As Borisin, we understand the value of death more than anyone. And as a healer who has witnessed so much death, you won't be swayed by fear. Oh, what a shame, what a shame. Your story actually sparked a trace of respect for you in my heart.
Can you even feel respect with your corrupted heart?
Of course, because I caught a whiff of my own kind in you. Unfortunately, in the end, you're still just a weak fox. As the wolf's creed goes, gift the wolf a dead end where new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles embrace their eternal prize. That's why I'm keeping you alive for now. I want to show you how Borisin truly respect their enemies. We will consume your flesh and blood, nourishing our own. We will crush your hopes and dreams, clearing a path for our hunt. Your feeble souls will witness a new future. A future that belongs to me.
My lord, we received a message. Our arrangement at Stargazer Navalia has been discovered. We must act quickly.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Moktok, what's that noise?
It's the Sky Splitter. The ship that the Wardans will be held on is about to set off. The Skyfaring Commission will clear the air routes. And if our star skiffs try to escape, we'll be spotted.
Calm down, Moktok. Look at you now, hiding and fearful. Where is your Borisan dignity?
As I said, I'd sacrifice my dignity for your return. As long as you can come back to the Borisan Pax, there's still hope.
Hope? The Borisan have forgotten the Wolf's creed. Weak creatures put their hope in the strong, but the strong fight their way out. Bringing me back instead of choosing a new master only proves the decline of our pack. And as for the prophet who manipulated you into saving me, she's just a liar, trying to use Duran's offspring. Moktok, let me tell you how the Borisan will rise to power. We won't hide like rats in the streets of the Xiangzhou. We will be ravenous wolves, walking amongst a herd of lambs, with our fangs bared.
But, Great Warhead, our packs are not here. We can't go to war like this.
Our packs are not here. Wherever I go, everyone is the pack.
Stay away. Just don't come any closer. No!
Moktok, we're the apex predators at the top of the hierarchy. As wolves, we create fear. We don't become servants to it. If you're blind to the path, I will be the crimson moon that lights the way for you. Share my crimson blood with our brethren. Use it to infect those Foxians and strike fear into their hearts. Now, you devious monkey, come out and face me.
Xiao Qiu. Moza. Run.
No, he can't run, and neither can you. You've come at the right time, monkey of the Yaoqing. Tell your general. Tell her that I will unleash a massacre here, drowning the Xiangzhou Luofu in blood. From this moment on, wolves bearing my blood will hunt on every street, feasting on the followers of that devilish archer. Follow me, my cubs. We shall stride among the prey.
Give the wolf a dead end when new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles embrace their eternal prize.
Do you hear that? The rumble of the cannons. It brings back all the memories of past battles within me. My return will bring back the Wolf's Creed. In my own way, I shall save our weakened pack and restore it to its former glory!
gonna be a change in tone from that.
Gun salute is really loud. So this is what the war dance is actually like? I feel like my eardrums are going to burst.
Well, how could they expect to attract people to come and watch if they didn't make a huge spectacle? March, you haven't forgotten what you came to do, have you?
As a representative of the Xianzhou Luofu, I will defeat all challengers.
That's the spirit. Sounds like you're all fired up. If you could just keep your legs from shaking so much, it would be more convincing, March. As the saying goes, the disciple takes the toil of their master. Remember, you are here under the identity of a Luofu swordmaster, taking the place of your no-good master Yanqing as the ringmaster.
But what am I supposed to do if my opponent for this round is super talented and just wipes the floor with me in seconds? I'm still a beginner in swordplay. I don't know where I got the confidence when I agreed to help General Huaiyan.
Come on, there's no need to worry about that. If you are defeated, then your opponent shall have to answer to me. Although, if that happens, the honor and the glory of the Xianzhou Luofu shall all be taken by the Juming.
Master Yun Li, please, I'm about to compete. Can you say something that will give me a little confidence?
March, think about the great storms that you, nameless of the Express, have weathered along your many journeys. There's no doubt that you have faced far more terrifying enemies than your opponents here today, right? Don't you feel a lot more relaxed looking at it that way?
I've trained hard in the art of swordplay over these few days. It's time for me to get in the ring and prove myself. Let's go! Master Yun Li, I don't think I'm completely ready.
March,
well, you got no choice.
There
so.
is no such thing as completely ready.
Real.
March, lead the count.
Miss Yun Li, Miss March, this way, please. I was informed of your arrival by Madame Yukong and came to greet you personally. The news that you will be the ringmaster in place of Lieutenant Yanqing has been made public, Miss March. Just now, as I passed the contestants' hall, I overheard them all discussing this news. The most common question I heard was, who is March 7th? If they ask you this, how will you introduce yourself? Do you have something prepared?
I am a disciple of Lieutenant Yanqing. That means that I'm also technically a grand disciple of General Jing Yuan. When you put it like that, I'm actually a pretty big deal.
Ugh, you completely left my name out. How rude.
I see you are both quite relaxed. Impressive, given the imminent danger you face. Miss Yun Li's contestant information was registered for the war dance a long time ago. However, as a last-minute entry, the Skyfaring Commission has taken care of the necessary procedures for you, Miss March 7th. Please, follow this path. The contestant hall is just up ahead.
Thank you, Miss Shikwe.
Come, let's take a look around the contestant hall. So, this is the contestant hall.
Wow, there are so many people.
March, before the war dance begins, allow me to give you one more lesson. My grandfather always told me that a weapon mimics its master. That means that a person's weapon will reflect their habits and personality. You've seen me wield old metal before, haven't you? Tell me, what did you observe from that?
Waving around such a giant weapon, Master Yun Li favors using overwhelming force over strategy.
Honestly, I would not be surprised.
You're not wrong. My battle style has always been simple and effective. One cut, and it's over. Observing the weapon that your opponent uses, assessing what kind of battle skills they excel at, and where their weaknesses lie, is the key to victory in battle. A shockingly heavy sword like mine, for example, is obviously not suited for a long, drawn-out battle. So, it would be best to find a way to drag the battle out.
Why would you tell me your weakness?
That's the only way to ensure that we have a fair fight, don't you think? I don't want to see you go and lose to someone else, after all. Now is a perfect opportunity to learn how to evaluate your opponents. Let's use the people here in the contestants' hall to practice. If you know yourself and know your enemy, you will not lose in 100 battles.
Know myself and know the enemy. Let's see, who should I ask first?
Ugh. I am not used to wearing clothes like this at all. Oh, you're March 7th. The stand-in for Lieutenant Yunqing, correct?
That's right. And you are?
As you can see, I am the journalist entrusted with interviewing contestants on site.
I see the Skyfaring Commission has really gone all out as the host. Interesting.
That's right. A big event like this just can't go ahead without a few of us running around. Since the competition is getting started, could I ask you some questions that are on my mind? Oh, great. First, the question that is on everyone's minds. Lieutenant Yunqing is not appearing in today's war dance. This is just gossip from unreliable sources, but I hear that Lieutenant Yunqing is seriously injured. Is this true? My apologies. This was very unprofessional of me. I see that Lieutenant Yunqing has his own affairs to tend to. Then, let us look forward to seeing a valiant performance from you, Miss March. Once the war dance begins, you will be challenged by master swordsmen from many different worlds, Miss March 7th. Are there any that you're looking forward to facing in particular?
I mean, kind of.
March 7th, you are quite extremely self-assured. Thank you very much for accepting my interview. Much appreciated.
That's it? Alright, well. One of those questions wasn't even about me.
I came here because I wanted to meet the great Lieutenant Yunqing I've heard so much about, and finally cross blades with him myself. Who would have imagined that he would take a disciple and have her be the ringmaster in his place? This is no more than running away from a fight, and is a great dishonor to the Yaoqing. This last-minute replacement, March 7th. Who exactly is she?
If I'd known I could use multiple weapons at once, I'd have brought my bow.
Hello, miss. Are you here to take part in the Ringmaster's Challenge, too?
That's right. I'm the March 7th that everyone's been talking about.
What? You're March 7th?
Don't worry. I'm a newbie swordmaster who's only been practicing the art of swordplay for half a month.
March 7th. Standing before you is a seasoned Cloud Knight who has practiced swordsmanship for over 200 years.
Tricking the opponent into underestimating me is a valid tactic too, right?
It is 100% March. I'm so happy for you that... Because it's gonna be funnier, you know, when you beat his ass later. I'm 100% for people, for making people underestimate you and then beating the shit out of them.
Was there something you wanted to ask me? Ah, yes. Yeah, this is just a regular Cloud Knight Devastator glaive. Oh, I understand what's going on, Miss March 7th and Miss Yun Li. I'm actually not a contestant. I'm just here as a security guard. Nothing out of the ordinary. I guess you could say it's all fair winds and calm wolves. Another awkward pause. I knew it. Did you get it? Wolves sounds like waves.
He's actually explaining his joke.
Making things awkward really is my weakness.
There are still many guests arriving here. Please be cautious.
Understood.
The first round of the war dance is about to begin. Are you feeling okay, March?
Me? I'm fine. As soon as I saw all these people gathered here, I suddenly felt weirdly relaxed.
Just make sure to maintain this composure when you go in the ring.
Let's do it.
I understand why you wanted me to know myself and know my enemy.
Oh, I will
don't feel
take
as nervous as I did before.
such happiness in beating that arrogant guy.
So, do you want to go out and see the ring? I knew it! Let's go!
I could stay here and keep learning about my opponents. However, it's whatever. I don't really care.
If we walk through here, we'll be able to see the War Dance's official venue.
Wow, so this is what it's like from the spectator seats?
It's so bright.
Look over there. That's the ring we'll be standing on.
Master Yun Li? I'm getting nervous again. Can I really do this?
Well, it's too late for nerves now. It's almost time.
Almost time for what?
That.
As soon as I think about the mission General Huayan gave me, my heart starts racing like crazy. What do I do, Master Yun Li?
It's when it stops beating that we need to worry. Just take in the atmosphere and prepare yourself. I have to leave for a moment and do some inspections around the ship. This was also part of Grandpa's orders.
I wonder how Master Yanqing is doing over there.
Hey, focus.
Back over here. Shift in tone.
General, report! The teams are in position, and the Skyfaring Commission has taken control of the Starskiff lanes.
Activate all side cranes and have them scan everyone coming in and out of the port. Remain vigilant at all times. Any suspicious movements must be suppressed as quickly as possible before the situation gets out of hand.
Yes, General.
You two, follow me. Moza's signal's nearby, but we lost contact just a moment ago.
Could that mean...
He will be fine. Cloud Knights, search for the target.
They were in here. Oh.
All of you, get out of my way.
Wait. Don't go any closer.
General, I failed you. That mad dog left me here as...
Eight.
A declaration of war.
That's right. I've been holding back the urge to slit his throat all this time. Well, Lord Hoolay ordered us to remain here, just to see. If you, the great Merlin's Claw, mortal enemy of the Borison, are able to join him in a little hunting game.
Hunting is not a game. It is a battle of life and death. Are you ready for your death, abomination?
Murder, murder, murder.
Die! What are you waiting for? To betray my customers?
Save your breath.
I charge extra.
Rules are made to be broken.
Show no mercy.
I hit the mark.
A foregone conclusion.
I am curious though
is
how
meaningless.
long this quest is. Because my main concern is doing what I did last time
Watch your
and
head.
finishing like 2 conversations before the end. Sorry.
A road of no return for all of you.
My concern is doing what I did last time and ending stream like 2 conversations before the end and then starting
Opportunity
stream,
doesn't
getting
knock
those
on
2
its own, you
conversations,
know.
And then not having anything to do, you know. But I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because I have the
Well,
events to do, so.
Are you okay?
I'll end when I fucking wanna.
I wasn't able to save Jiao Chou. Hoolay was more cunning and powerful than I imagined.
Tell me, how is he planning to declare this war against me? With a one-on-one duel? Or with a hostage exchange, maybe?
Hoolay is planning on attacking the bustling streets of the Xianzhou Luofu.
What did you just say?
Impossible. Even if there is still undercover Borison that we haven't sniffed out, Hoolay can't have more than a few dozen people. How is he planning on simultaneously attacking the streets of the Xianzhou Luofu?
He has an ace up his sleeve. Hoolay's body holds a plague mark passed down through generations of Borison. I've seen him convert a Foxy into a Borison wolf trooper with my own eyes. This is Hoolay's declaration of war. His blood. It can cause Foxians to rapidly transform and lose their minds. He has passed his blood to his minions, and is planning to spread it across the Luofu and stir up panic.
He wants to encircle us in one fell swoop. This beast is truly unpredictable.
Contact the Skyfaring Commission and the Cloud Knights right away. Have them enforce a traffic ban and order all Foxians to remain indoors until further notice.
The moment you see your enemy's declaration of war, it means that they have already begun to take action.
But if Hoolay succeeds in getting this panic to spread...
Do you remember what I told you before? Hunting is about thinking the same way as your prey, not just mindlessly chasing after them. What Hoolay wants is to see everyone on the Luofu descend into panic. He wants to see us lose our minds and waste our limited manpower scouring every inch of the Luofu for signs of an attack until we exhaust ourselves. It's like that party game that the people of the Yaoqing love to play. They hide an object under one of several bowls, then move the bowls around and have you guess which one the object is underneath. The way I see it, this is all nothing more than misdirection. No matter what Hoolay does, there is one truth that cannot be changed. He is trapped aboard the Xianzhou Luofu. The only way for him to escape is to find a ship.
Right now, the only ship he'd be able to see is the Sky Splitter.
In his eyes, that ship is full of countless hostages. That would be the best place for him to go. So, that will also be our final battlefield.
But if we're wrong about this, if he goes somewhere else, or if he does as he said he would, and his minions infect the Foxians everywhere with wolf blood, What do we do then? Are we just supposed to abandon those less likely locations?
This is another lesson that you must learn outside of swordplay. Weighing your options and making a decision. There are always questions that we will ask ourselves, but never be able to answer. Before making a decision, we must destroy any hesitation that we are holding on to. Once we make a decision, we must fight off any regrets. There is a chance that we will make the wrong decision and allow our allies to be sacrificed in vain. There is a chance that we will predict our enemies' movements correctly, yet underestimate their strength and be overwhelmed in battle. But being lost in hesitation and failing to take any action will always be more harmful than taking the wrong path. We must make a decision, no matter what. Everyone, listen up. I will personally take charge of Starskiff Haven, evacuate the people, and prepare for any possible attacks. I will do my best to ensure that things are safe on the ground. Nameless, please lend us your strength as you did when the Ambrosial Arbor was reborn. I need you and Wildza to go in search of Jiao Cho.
General, please entrust me with the safety of the Sky Splitter. I was originally meant to participate in the tournament, so now it is only right that I return to the Sky Splitter.
If Hoolay does come to attack the Sky Splitter, Lieutenant Yanqing, I need you to hold him there until I am able to arrive.
Please rest assured, General. If he dares step foot on the Sky Splitter, I, Yanqing, swear on the blade in my hands that he shall not escape.
Cloud Knights! The Borson have arrogantly decided to challenge us on Xianzhou territory. They vow that they will unleash a bloodbath along the streets of the Xianzhou. The unarmed civilians of the Xianzhou and countless visitors from afar are under our protection. Let me ask you, as Cloud Knights, will we allow the Borson to succeed with their plan? No! Be on your guard. Calling Starskiff Haven. Have all Cloud Knights be on full alert for Borson attacks.
Fei Shao, the ports of Starskiff Haven are crawling with wolf-like creatures. They're moving fast.
Hold them back! I will be there immediately!
Woo! Hell yeah!
There you are, Fei Shao.
Madam Yukong, after 30 years, we find ourselves fighting side by side once more. It's been a while since I've let loose. Let's get this started.
Remember, you are still on the Luofu. Try not to go too wild.
Anyway, really quickly. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Alrighty. Let's go.
Let's see. All together!
Murderized.
A short respite, then time for the next fight.
Oh, this way.
Let's see. All together! A short respite, then time for the next fight. We have cleared out the enemies in Starskiff Haven.
But it seems that there are fierce battles being waged at both the Exalting Sanctum and Arum Alley. I will prepare a Starskiff.
We cannot allow the fighting to continue. This is now a race against time to stop this farce that Hoolay has created. I know Zhao Cho always wants me to know my limits and not get carried away, but now is the time to bring this to a swift end. Contact the Exalting Sanctum. Tell them if they see a light in the sky, all units are to retreat immediately. Madam Yukong, lend me your bow.
Holy fuck.
What's that? Everyone, out of the way!
Holy shit! Said this before and I'll say it again. Honkai Star Rail does a really good job of showing power scaling.
Oh, what a mess. I just knew it would end up this way.
That was cool as hell.
Every time she hits the battlefield, she makes a mess like this.
And Moza is just like, oh, this is a mess now.
She didn't even leave a single survivor to get intel from. One of these men must have known about Hoolay and Zhao Cho's whereabouts. He has to be. A retainer like myself is nothing more than an insignificant shadow who stands by the general's side. But Zhao Cho is different. Without his careful treatment, the general wouldn't even be here today. Hopefully, he can use that silver tongue of his to buy himself enough time. Take a good look around. If you can find one or two Borisin that aren't dead yet, let me know. I don't care how tight their lips are sealed. I always have a way to crack them open and get the information we need.
Alrighty.
What a terrifying attack.
Knock talk.
Who could have imagined that such astonishing strength would lie in the hands of a Foxian war slave? So decisive, so brutal. She is more like a descendant of Duran than we who have fallen to our current state. No wonder the warhead has his eyes on her.
I remember you, Mock Talk. You are harder to kill than a cockroach. But the fact that you have willingly shown yourself saves us some time. It is not too late for you to surrender. Tell me, where are Hoolay and Zhao Cho?
Save your energy, Yao Qing monkey. If there is one principle that we beasts know well, it is that we might have to break off an arm to break free from a cage. Today, I will be that arm. I lived as a hunter for many years, yet I have only followed the warhead for this recent, brief period. However, his existence has brought light back to our once blind eyes, like the moon of Verdantia. He has shown me the way. The descendants of Duran have abandoned the Wolf's Creed. In order to ensure our survival, we took solace in the shadows and fed on one another. We were no longer wolves. we were no more than rats, living a dirty and pathetic life. Thanks to the gift granted to us by Lord Hoolay, I have shared his vision and his blood. The descendants of Duran should live for the victory of the pack, and they should die for it as well. Come, Yao Qing man. Show me your fangs. We will fight to the death!
Puh. How honorable, you mangy dog. But you seem to have misunderstood. There will be no fair one-on-one duel. Let's see how tough you are once we've put you down.
Aww. He's not in the party.
It boils in my veins.
The dice have been cast.
Long live Hoolay! The Borussen Resurgence is at hand!
Borussen Resurgence?
Made to be broken.
You think you can still pillage and murder freely, as you did 1,000 years before? The Xianzhou Yao Qing will ensure that this is nothing more than your dying fantasy!
I hit the mark.
Follow my
Here, this thunder!
Fight me! A scrape like this will set me running!
Watch your head. What are you waiting for? To betray my customers? I charge extra.
Trifling.
All in.
I must hold on.
Watch your head. The dice have been cast. Bust.
Get didded.
Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
Knock out a lot of that.
Hedge your bets.
Hell yeah, now we just have to left. Sambo, finish him off!
Borussen Resurgence shall come.
Will it though?
No matter how heroic your sacrifice, there is no honor in your battles or deaths, Borussen.
It seems that Moktok got what he wished for.
Hoolay, your declaration of war is over. From now on, no matter where you run, General Fei Shao will catch you and send you to the same fate as Moktok.
Your tongue is sharper than your claws. Don't stand in my way, child. Have your general speak with me. Our little hunting game is not over yet.
Stand down, Waltza. I am here, Hoolay. What do you wish to say?
The Merlin's Claw. Though we have never met on the battlefield, I have heard many interesting things about you from both my men and your healer. The people of the Xianzhou must be quite brave to allow a Foxian war slave with Borussen blood to ascend to the position of general. Has no one ever questioned that lineage of yours? Or could it be that your grand achievements were enough to convince everyone to keep their lips sealed?
Claiming to have family ties with the enemy sounds to me like an attempt at asking for mercy. Hoolay, are you begging me for mercy?
I see that it is not only the ruthless blood of a wolf that courses through your veins, but also The cunning blood of a fox. When you think about it, this was a gift from the Borson. Anything that we gift, we are also free to reclaim. The Merlin's Claw. I shall extend a final invitation to you. I will be waiting for you on the Sky Splitter. Before you arrive, I will slaughter all in sight, allowing the crimson moon that has fallen dim for over 700 years to once more come to life. I will illuminate this ship with the sheen of blood and show everyone just how weak and powerless the Xiangzhou is. Then, I will pilot this ship through every blockade and barrier you have prepared and begin my journey home. This ship shall be the flagship for the Borison Resurgence. Before I finish these tasks of mine, you have a chance to stop me or die at my hands. This is the path that I have prepared for you.
I accept your challenge, Hoolay. Because the very moment you stepped aboard the Sky Splitter, you stepped onto your path to ruin.
Oh. Back over here.
I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter. That's easy for my grandfather to say. But this mission doesn't seem so simple anymore. The first round of the tournament is about to begin. I wonder how Yanqing and the others are doing. According to the plan, I should seek out the Cloud Knight soldiers aboard the Sky Splitter and see if they've discovered anything. Maybe I should take a moment to meet with March before the tournament starts. March is in the contestants' lounge right now. I wonder how her preparations are coming along.
So right now, feels like a good place to end. Simply because, like, it's before the final thing, you know? Or before the big battle. Damn, she fucking destroyed that bug. But yeah, it's like before everything goes down. So I feel like this is a good place to start because I don't wanna like stop like in the middle of it, you know? Yeah, oh yeah, I can actually like use her attack.
Intercepting sword technique.
Interesting. Anyway. Yeah. So I feel like this is a good spot to stop for now. Did I get enough primos to do a... I do have enough to do a couple. Let's see, let's see, let's see. I don't think it was anything. I'll be honest, I wasn't really paying attention. No. Magic, okay. I'll pay attention to this. Come on, no. It's Luca! I want the other one! Well, I have enough for one more. So, we go one more. No facial. But also no 4-star. Alright, well, yeah, so that's gonna be it for today. If I stream on Monday, I'll probably also do this on Monday.
Nice. Let's go.
Because I want to get through it. Simply because I want to get through it, and you know, yeah, I I want to get through it sooner so that when there is another update, I'm not like, yay, I finally finished the Star Rail. And then boom, another update, more story. And then I'm like, fuck. But you know, considering, when does this end? Okay, well, I have some time. I have a month. Thinking about that, thinking about my stream schedule, that's not actually a lot of time. But anyway, bonk. Anyway, yeah, considering, but I want to get this done as soon as I can, because I mean, I like it and I kind of, you know, want to get it done. But yeah, so yeah, but for stream plans, most days are gonna be generally the same. Friday, I played this today because when I didn't play it at all, I didn't stream at all this week, because I was just really fucking busy and really tired. Monday I had a lot of homework I had to get done for Tuesday. Tuesday I was just really tired because I woke up super late. And made it to class with like 2 minutes to spare. And then Wednesday I was all over the place and got home at like 8:45, 8:30, 8:45. So I also still had homework to do. Thursday I also had homework to do. And I get, when the days I have classes, I get home pretty late. So if I have like, especially on like Thursdays, if I have homework to do from Thursday for Friday, which I try not to leave my Friday homework off until then, but like in the event that I do, like a really busy week, like last week, I kind of have no time between getting home, eating, homework. So yeah. But next week, Echoes of Wisdom comes out. Super exciting. And so while I won't be streaming it on Thursday, should I stream on Thursday? I may or may not. Should I stream on Thursday? It'll be something else. But on Friday, it will be Echoes of Wisdom. Which is why I didn't stream Tears of the Kingdom today. I didn't want to stream Tears of the Kingdom, like, get back into playing Tears of the Kingdom only for me to start Echoes of Wisdom again. For me to immediately start Echoes of Wisdom. So, yeah, so that's another reason why I played Star Rail today. But yeah, so I know my stream schedule is kind of all over the place right now. I'm going to try and update it on Twitch as much as, like, I can. I'm actually going to go to that tonight after I finish stream, is to update what it says on there, because I know it's not accurate to certain things. I know at the very least it's not accurate to Disco Elysium being played on Wednesdays now. But yeah, this week was just kind of hectic. And we'll get back to being able to actually streaming on a more regular schedule. Hopefully next week. Of course, those streams just may be shorter due to work and classes. Yeah. I think that is all. But yeah. I don't think I have anything else to say. But yeah, I will find a day to finish Into the Pit. To finish collecting all the items into the pit. Just between like Star Rail and not streaming as much, I just haven't found a day to do it. If I stream next week on Thursday, honestly, that'll probably be what I end up doing. If I don't feel like playing Star Rail on Monday, I'll do it on Monday. It really depends on how I feel whatever day that I actually get to stream. So yeah, the stream schedule is a little flexible right now, a little flimsy, but I will try to adhere to it as much as I can. And again, yeah, it's just kind of like a tiredness I just have to kind of get used to the energy level. So yeah, but anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. I know that was a bit of a longer talk at the end there, but I wanted to kind of talk about it because I hadn't streamed all week. I hadn't streamed at all this week, and last week I streamed very minimally until the Spot Fest, which was fun, by the way. I played a lot more battles. I'm much more good when I can actually see. I promise. I forgot how bad the delay is for Splatoon, which is why I haven't streamed in a bit. Which is why I haven't streamed like the previous Splatfests that I've been playing. But yeah, I did a lot better. I had a lot of really good wins and a lot of fun. But yeah, it's easier to see in tabletop mode because there's not that big delay. Maybe eventually I'll get a better capture card so that there's not as much of a delay and a graphics difference. It's not really noticeable with my regular Switch. With the OLED, it's pretty noticeable. The graphic quality goes so far down on the OLED. Though, I mean, my monitor also isn't the greatest, but I've also seen the prices of OLED monitors, and I like good graphics as much as the next guy, but I would rather not be in debt for a monitor. Thank you very much. But anyway, lots of rambling, but I mean, I had to make up for like a week and a half's worth of rambling, so y'all signed up for this. Yeah. Uploads on YouTube are very scarce right now because streams have been very scarce. Can't really upload consistently on YouTube if I'm not streaming consistently because I don't have content consistently. But yeah. Yeah. Weekend streams will probably just not happen. I'll say that. I've been pretty busy on weekends recently between homework and like D&D sessions and whatnot. With friends, I do not have the time open. So, yeah. That's all, I think. Bit of rambling at the end, but it is what it is. But yeah, I do hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for sticking around this long and sticking with my rambling. Yeah, I apologize for the lack of uploads on YouTube recently. Again, like I said here, I haven't been streaming recently very consistently, and therefore I do not have content to post, because if I'm not streaming, I certainly do not have time to record. Not that I really do recorded series anymore. But yeah, consider going over and following me on Twitch so you can catch these live. Yell at me in chat. I don't know. Call me gay for stepping over the hot fox man. I don't know what to tell you. You can come be one of the peeps that are hanging out in chat and talking to me. That's pretty cool. Also, leave recommendations for games in the comments. I always take recommendations. It might be a bit, considering the game I'm playing right now. For Wednesday games, Disco Elysium, my partner bought for me over a year ago, and I'm only playing it now. And he got pretty high priority due to the fact that he's my boyfriend. So, I mean, it may be a bit. I mean, I'll play it. Probably. But yeah. Let me know what you think. Leave a like, subscribe. It does actually help out the channel and the algorithm a lot. It also shows me what you all like. But yeah, thanks so much. See y'all.